And then gently sliding forward onto all fours. You might like to kick the floor with your feet just to make sure that the feet are not asleep, the legs are not asleep. And then making your way to a tabletop position, all fours. Take an inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, round the spine, gaze between the knees. Inhale, the belly drops, the eyes lift. Exhale, round. Come back through neutral, send your right leg out to the to the side. Left arm out to the edge, right arm up and over, gate pose. And press into the pinky toe edge of the foot. Get exploratory from pinky toe to pinky finger. And then walk yourself through center. Stomp the earth with your hands and your right knee. Left leg out to the side. Right hand tense, reaches. Left arm up and over. So it's a little bit like side angle, Utthita Parsva Konasana. And then crawl your way through center, planting the palms, tucking your toes and pushing back, down dog. You might pedal the floor with your feet. You might lift your legs. Just acknowledging the body first thing, maybe tighter than you'd love. And then paw your hands back to your feet. Catch opposite elbows, take a forward bend, let the head hang heavy. Shake it yes, shake it no. And then planting the palms, walking it forward, downward dog. Extend the right leg up, bend your knee, stack your hip, roll it open, and some of you might even drop down to that left forearm. You might even start to tent the right fingers, exploring the side. Zipper it all the way through center, palms even. Step your right foot forward. Drop your back knee, straighten your front leg, and then straighten the right leg and bow. So we're beginning to coax the muse, so to speak. Letting the body softly respond through breath linked with movement. And take a lunge back into the right knee, step back, down dog. And then extending the left leg up, bend your knee, stack your hip. If it felt good, drop the right forearm and roll the pelvis open. Zipper yourself through center, palms, anchor. Take a big step forward with the left foot, drop the right. Straighten the left leg, kick the heel firm. Feel into that left leg and its hamstrings. So you likely know from right to left which is tight, which is loose. So how then can one day they be equal? Take a lunge into that left knee, take a big step to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand up, reach up, eyes up. Hands to your heart. Samastitihi, the feet are together, heels subtly apart. Let's open with the sound of Om. Inhale. Om. squeeze oranges, we know we'll get orange juice. So let's squeeze you and figure out what sort of essence we get. Release your arms, open your eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step walk, float back, eyes forward, low push up. Roll over the toes, lift the chest. Slide back, downward facing dog, land. So of course, if you want to sway the hips, lift the leg, bend the knee, take child's, that's up to you. Resist the urge to drink water. If possible, the intention is we're starting a fire, and drinking water puts the fire out. Eyes forward, step walk, float to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Fold in. Stand tall, touch your roof, look up. Release your arms. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold, neck soft. Inhale, lengthen. Step walk, fly back, low push up. Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So get curious about your hands and your fingertips. You might take a peek up to the hands, widen the base. And would there be a way to get more extension through your hips? Completing your exhale, eyes forward, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Fold. Stretch up, reach up, look up. Release your arms. Last one on your own. And as you move, what would you tell our participant, a yogi, about their body? How would you explain the fluidity of this movement? After you've completed the 5th breath, meet me at the top. Inhale, lengthen. Fold in. Stand tall, touch the roof. Release your arms. One time slow, bending into the knees, Utkatasana. So Utkatasana is known as chair pose, awkward pose, hot pose. Nice and low in the hips. Get curious about your kidney loop. Begin to knit the low ribs together. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lifts the sternum. Exhale, takes you back. Elbows brush the sides. Draw the big inhale up. And exhale back. Step your right foot forward, drop the back heel, and rise up, Virabhadrasana A. The shoulders are soft. So the palms could be shoulder distance apart, they could touch. But note the way you do this. So for those of us with big, strong shoulders, the tendency for sure is to bend the arms. So the arms could go a bit wider then. Exhale, hands down, step back and lower. Ride this up, show me your heart. Take it back. The left foot steps, warrior one, low hips, high heart. Again, tailbone heavy. Reach up through the arms and work to equalize right and left hip. Hands down, step back, low push-up. Big up, take it up. Slide back, downward facing dog. What is the quality of your exhalation? What is the depth of the inhalation? Completing your exhale, eyes forward, top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Fold. Sit low, arms above head, reach up. Stand tall. Bend your knees, arms up. Fold in half, chest to thighs. Inhale, lengthen. Step walk, fly back, low push up. Ride the inhale, buoyant heart. Slide back. The right foot steps, warrior one takes us up. Warrior two, exalted warrior. Bring your hands to the earth, step the right foot back, lower. Ride the inhale up. Slide the exhale back, left foot steps, enter A. Warrior two, pelvis low. Right hand to the back thigh. Windmill the hands, step back and lower. Drag your pelvis up. Strike back. The right foot steps again, warrior one, why not? Warrior two, and let's stay. Softly drop the shoulders. Work your knee to the pinky toe edge and spiral your left kneecap toward the short edge of your mat. So notice if the sensation in the front thigh overwhelms you, but ask if you could stay one single moment longer. The posture begins when we want to get out. Big inhale flips the warrior, hands down, step back, lower. Drag it up, open your heart. Slide it back. The left foot steps, warrior one, enter. Warrior two, crack open the pelvis, go nice and low. So all those little qualities of resistance, resisting what is, my body's tired, I don't feel like warrior. We just acknowledge it. It's the tendency. And what if we allowed? Flip the warrior. Bring your hands to the earth, step back, low push-up. Spinal extension, eyes up. Glide back. Option one, balasana, child's pose. Option two, dolphin pose. Option three, forearm stand. So you make your choice and you let the breath flow so free, because every single one of the options are great. And if you're upside down, come down, sit back, very nice, Coleman, rest your forehead. Next, inhale, all fours. Down dog, slide back. Step, walk, hop to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Fold in. Sit on your throne, arms up. Hands to your heart, warrior three on your left leg. So pointing the toes in the sky, palms face down. Super gently step open with the right foot to take Trikonasana facing the back. Slide your hip, right hand to the shin, to the floor, to the toe. Your left arm is up and your eyes are up. Take your eyes down, take your hands down for a standing split. Bow in. Some of you might even catch your ankle with both your hands as you lift that leg crazy high. Release the fingertips to the earth. We're going to build side angle from the floor up, a massive step back with the left. The right hand is perfectly set up to the pinky toe edge. Lift your left arm up and look at your palm. Imagine I had you at the wrist and I pushed your wrist into your shoulder, creating that tuck of the low ribs. Bring your eyes down, bring your hands down, drop the back knee, twisted side angle, left arm up. Hook it over, let's go traditional. So hands to prayer, maybe they open, or Kate's breakthrough, where the arm reaches up overhead. Inhale for length, exhale rotation. The eyes come down, the hands come down, side plank on the left, step it back. So we'll take 3 breaths in side plank and turn it into a flipped dog. You could also just go 3-legged. Take your top leg, step it behind, lift your sternum. If you felt warm enough to flip the dog into a full wheel, you have 3 breaths. Zipper it through center, eyes down, hands down, lower. Drag your pelvis to your wrists. Slide back. Paw your hands back to your feet. Catch a hold of the big toes, Padangustasana, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, the head gets heavy, the elbows are out to the side. Every inhale, clearing the abdomen, every exhale, dropping. Inhale, clear the abdomen, exhale, drop. What have you never noticed? Inhale, heart lifts. Bend your knees and slide your hands under your feet. Padahastasana, lengthen. Fold in half, the neck is heavy, give it a little shake. Tuck your ribs, drop your crown. So how are you looking out through the eyes? Is it a lens of I'm exhausted, or is it a lens of I'm curious? Squeeze the inner thighs together, note the effect, and then widen the thighs and note the effect. Move a muscle, change a feeling. Big inhale lifts the heart. And pause the hands forward, downward dog. Shift your weight forward, Vasisthasana, side plank on the right. So this will be a 3-breath hold, same as the other side. And if you wish to flip the dog, you can step the top leg back. You could work with a 3-legged dog. Some of you full wheel all the way through 2. 1, zipper it through center, 3-legged dog, and step your left foot between your hands. Drop the back knee, twisted side angle, right arm up. Hook it over, let's go traditional, hands to prayer. Perhaps they open, maybe the arms fully extend, left arm straight to what was the back of the room, now the front. Bring your hands down, side angle from the ground up. Spin that right foot down. Anchor through the left palm and reach your right arm up and over. So in the beginning we did gate posture, and gate posture is a little bit resemblant of this. Tell me what's happening in the outer right hip. Bring your hands down for a standing split. Point the foot in the sky, bow your heart. Point it even higher, drop the chest. You might catch a hold of the ankle and point your toe. And then untangle the arms to step back for Trikonasana, triangle, about a foot's distance, heel to heel alignment. Roll yourself open. Gaze to the right thumbnail, shoulder blades hug together. Mula Bandha, knit your sitting bones together, and from there, head extends out. Eyes down, a big inhale picks you up, pivots you forward, warrior 3 on that right leg. Or sorry, that's the right. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, point the foot. Inhale, Utkatasana. Uttanasana, fold. Halfway lift. Crow pose, tuck the knees on the backs of the arms, lift up for flight, tiny package. So we're pooling energy. Remember, this is the bottom of the heart. So we're tucking, pulling, placing our energy there, and then shoot yourself back. Low push-up. Big inhale peels us up and drags us back. Lift your right leg up. Right knee, right armpit to the sky. Cross it over for fallen triangle. The leg goes wide, pinky toe edge down. Pick up your left arm. Some of you, if you know Vishvamatrasana, you might like to take that. Hips high, eyes up. 3, 2, 1. Plant your palms, kick the right leg high, and step it through for runner stretch or Hanuman. So we did this once before. Straighten your leg, kick your heel, maybe melt. And a little observation, how's my body this morning? And there's a kindness to that. meaning I take my steps back if necessary, I take my steps forward if necessary. And then slowly returning to a lunge. For Prasarita A, go to the long edge of your mat, pigeon toe the feet, catch your big toes inflate, and exhale, fold, crown down. I said A, but I meant D, I'm sorry. So the big toes, we've got the big toes and we're leveraging, so there's that mudra. Draw the elbows up, anchor the head down. What is the correlation between up in the arms and down in the legs? Big inhale lifts the heart, catches the waist, and stands you up. Pivot to face the back of your mat, Parsvottanasana with a different bind. So the back foot's at a 45, we're on cross-country skis. Intertwine your fingers behind your back like Prasarita C, lift your heart and fold forward. Get long through the spine, your drishti or eyes on that left big toe. Take a bend into the left leg and let's go for a flying split. So a humble warrior split. Reach your hands, stay with me, chest glued to the knee. Release your fingertips to the earth, square the hips, lift up, airplane. Coming into eagle, wrap the right leg around the left. Thread your right arm under Garudasan Eagle. Untangle the posture back to a standing split and step back, handstand, hop back, low push-up. Drag your pelvis to your wrists, look up, slide back. Lift your right leg up, step it through, arms up. Warrior two. Let's stay warrior two for a few moments. Wiggle it so the base is long. So Virabhadrasana B is interesting. We sort of have a goddess pelvis, soft shoulders. Straighten the right leg, pivot the right toes to face the left, Prasarita A for real. Catch your waist, look up. Fold, hands down. Inhale, lengthen, clear the belly, and exhale, dive. If you wish to get exploratory upside down, do it. And again, this is so, whatever works for you, it's so personal. If the feet are up, set them down. Inhale to lengthen. Catch your waist, widen your thighs, and stand all the way up. Catch your waist and pivot yourself forward for twisted triangle. Go wide in the thighs, take the right hand to the pinky toe edge, swivel, twist your heart open. Remember that concept of stacking your right shoulder over your right wrist. Your pelvis steady, alive. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, left hand, left foot, fly up. Any variation of the posture, leaning the ears back, throat is open. The eyes come down, the hands come down. It's a handstand vinyasa, a step back down dog, or a step back vinyasa. Drop down onto the knees, rest your forehead to the floor. Take a moment and contemplate what just happened. So yesterday we talked about this rotational flow and getting comfortable adding elements. So I don't want you to have to think it's my job, but just recall what happened. Notice the sensation in the body. Is there any irritation in the mind? And then rising up all fours, sliding back, down dog. Reach your left leg up. The left knee taps the left armpit to the sky. Cross it over, fallen triangle. Extend that leg. The right arm could either reach up or up and over. The eyes come down, the hands come down, left leg high. Stomp it through Hanuman or Ardha. Drop the knee, straighten the leg. Glide, slide, melt. So this is a new beginning right now, this moment. Press the restart. It takes small pebbles to build a big mountain. And the same is true of the asana, like one by one, breath by breath, we start to build this deep, tall, big mountain of self-trust, reliance on self, returning to a lunge, and for real, Prasarita D this time. Walk yourself to the long edge. Catch your big toes. Inhale, lengthens, widens the thighs, takes your head to the ground. Anchor and lift up. So the arms and that mudra. Pull up through the elbow joints. Anchor through your head. It's looking good. Couple more breaths. Inhale to lengthen. Catch your waist. Stand all the way up and pivot to face the right leg for Parsvottanasana with the Prasarita C bind. So fingers intertwine and then put the awkward finger on top. Inhale, lengthen. Widen your thighs and dive over that brilliant right leg. So a flying split, tip it forward, anchor into that right foot, sweep it so far up, hands away from the low back. Press into the big toe, bow the chest. The glute in the sky is what supports the pose. Releasing the fingertips to the earth, square your hips. Arms out to the side, warrior three. And then airplane pose, wrap the left leg around, thread the left arm under. Garudasana, eagle. Untangle the shape, the hands go down. It's either a handstand vinyasa or a step back to lower. Drag it up, open your heart. Slide back. Step your left foot forward, warrior one. Warrior two, we land, we stay for a couple moments, familiarizing ourselves again with that left front thigh. So it's easy to mistaken excitement for discomfort. Excitement and anxiety feel kind of the same in the body. So when lactic acid moves and the muscles start to work, there could naturally be a feeling of getting the hell out of it. But what if you just made the conscious choice that this was good for your legs? Not the way they look to a viewer, but how they work for you. Straighten that leg. Pivot the left toes to face the right. Prasarita C. Intertwine your fingers. Inhale lifts the chest and folds you forward. Nice big rounded upper back. Tap low belly, clear low belly. Reach those hands, bow forward. Like your life depended on your presence in this shape, beautiful Michelle. Reach those arms, Inessa. A big inhale sweeps you up. The arms float open. Catch your waist and pivot yourself to face your right leg. Parvrita Trikonasana. Go wide in the thighs. Take the left hand to the pinky toe edge. Right hand to the low back, or it swivels, reaches to touch your ceiling. Clear out the digestive tract. Every exhale, rotate, spin, explore. Let's squeeze ourselves to figure out what is at our center. Eyes down, Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, go up. Catch your waist, you might bend the foot in the sky. So the weight-bearing point is the pelvis. But you're in a pretty split position, so how then can you contain it? A subtle tucking of the tail, a commitment of that right big toe. Bring your eyes down, bring your hands down. This could be a handstand vinyasa or a step back to lower. Drag your pelvis to your wrists, eyes up, and strike back. Looking so good. Drop to the knees, balasana, child's pose. Sit back. Yeah, rest your forehead. How are you? Are you doing what you're doing? Are you looking at what you're looking at? Or is part of you somewhere entirely different? We just want to call ourselves home. Rise up and strike back. Lift your right leg up and drape your shin down for pigeon. And I'd like to talk about the mermaid bind. So let's sit heavy to our left hip. Okay, so my left hand is on the ground supporting me. Sorry, right hand. I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. Bend the back leg, catch it. And that might be as far as you want to go, but if you have the flexibility, you can hook your toes into your elbow. Yeah, and if your toes are hooked against your elbow, you could pick that right hand up, touch your fingers. And then if it felt okay, you could slide those fingers back and you're seated heavy on the right hip, and that's fine. Now Now give me more through the back leg, and even like the fingertips are starting to slide apart and they're just gently touching each other. You're making the shape of an O with your arms, but you have elbows, so it's challenging. Untangle this shape for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Sit on your right hip and then stomp your left foot outside your right thigh. So we played with twisting yesterday, and again, this is the same thing when you're seated. Get your belly out of the way. Your hand, you actually want to thread it through, maybe using that opposite hand as a guide. You could also just press the elbow into the knee joint as you spin, maybe no bind, and if you're bound, you might pick your front foot up and point it to the front of your room. If the foot is elevated, release it. Releasing the bind as we come into sundial posture. Pick your top leg up, your left leg up. So this is an interesting opening in the pelvis, and it's unusual. So be really kind to your shoulder and your hip. So you could catch your big toe with your right hand, and then I take my hip and pick it up off the floor and put my knee on my elbow or shoulder and tent the fingers. You might stop there. You might start to straighten out that left leg and gaze underneath the right armpit. So Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana is standing big toe. And this is a derivative of it. It's just a deeper extension up. Untangle the shape for Ashtavakrasana, or you simply rock your hip. So the knee catches on the back of the arm, the feet cross. Maybe pick it up, squeeze your legs together, soft mouth, bright eyes. And then somehow, some way, meet me in downward dog. A little check-in, how the heck am I? What the heck just happened? If you have to press the reset, press it. Lift your left leg up. Sweep it through and lower the left hip to the floor. So again, this is that mermaid bind. Sit heavy to the left hip. Lean into the left hand and bend your right leg. Catch the foot and then maybe hook the toes into the crease of the elbow. That's a strong connection. Maybe the fingertips touch. Maybe they reach behind the head as you reach back. Releasing that shape and then sitting over on that hip. For Ardha Matsyendrasana, take the right leg, stomp it. Swing the right hand behind the back, catch your left elbow on your knee. Maybe you bind. If you're bound, maybe you take that top leg, point it forward. If the foot is up, put it down. Untangle the shape, sundial posture, pick your leg up and rock your hip. This is a big ask, so honor the shoulders, honor the hip, take care of yourself. Catch your big toe with your left fingers and take your long leg and put it on your elbow, your shoulder, and then maybe you start to straighten the right leg and gaze under the left armpit. Casey, that looks good. Yeah, very nice. And you're gonna point through the toe just a little. God, you look good. Yeah, just a subtle point to access the whole line of the leg. Wow. Nice, Teal. Untangle the shape, Ashtavakrasana, or rock the hips. You can send the legs to the to the side. Look at your feet. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Everyone vinyasa and meet me in downward dog. So one more mermaid bind and then we'll close our practice, but this time from a lunge. So reaching the right leg up, step it through and drop your knee. Point your back toe. So remember, we hung really heavy to the right hip when we were doing our mermaid bind. You might like a block or something to lean into. Bend the back leg and then you could catch your foot. So that might be as far as you want to go. This is where it gets weird. So you're going to open your pelvis to the long edge of the mat to catch the foot in the crooks of the elbow, the crook of the elbow. And then maybe you touch your fingers together in front and maybe you slide the hands back, coming into your mermaid. And then untangling the shape for Gomukhasan. I take my right foot and lower it like pigeon. And then sitting on the right hip, sweep the left leg around and stack the knees. Move the legs so that you can sit between your feet. If you like to bind your hands behind your back, you could do that. You could also drop yourself forward. We'll stay for about 10 breaths. Scan your face. Rising all the way up. So this could be a step back or a little headstand vinyasa. Everything works. And then opposite side, lift your left leg up and stomp it through. So this is known as Raja Kapotasana, so another variation of pigeon, but we have a lunge. So the hand could rest on the knee, you might bend the back leg. Some of you might give yourself that opening in the pelvis and tuck your foot to your little elbow. Maybe the fingers touch, maybe the hands slide back. Untangle your shape, take your shin, put it down like pigeon. Sit over on the left hip and stack the knees, Gomukhasan. So you could tangle your hands behind your back. You can take any sort of a bind, or upright or forward. Get curious about the exhalations. Rising all the way up. It's either a headstand vinyasa or stay in a seat. And you can just untangle the legs, be comfortable. So before we move into shoulder stand, I want to talk a little bit about the neck alignment and how we can access a little bit more clarity around what has to happen. We go upside down and all of a sudden it's this mad race to stay there. But if the base is not set appropriately, we could hurt ourselves quite easily. So intertwine your fingers and put them on top of your head. Now give me a lot of pressure through the hands and fight back with the head. So give me 10 pounds through the hands and then 20 pounds up through the head. And then release. Release your hands. Take your right hand to the edge of your head and push your head into your hand into your head. I want the neck so locked and steady. And then opposite side, take your other hand, press your head into your hand into your head, firm, firm, firm. And then one last time, bring your hands behind your head, intertwine them. Kick your head into your hands back into your head, equal. And release. So when we're standing on our head or even shoulder stand, it's a very, very subtle transition, but sometimes it's going to be pushing the head to the right, sometimes to the left, sometimes back and forth. The way we engage it though is that first action of lifting the head up, 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 like we have weight on our heads. So there was a question about shoulder stand, so let's do the full variation of shoulder stand. But first of all, just take yourself into a cross-legged or a lotus shape. So the same thing you would do upside down. So it might be a diamond, it might be a lotus. So we take our shoulder stand for 10, we plow for 5, we bend our knees, cover our ears for 5, and then this is where it gets a little wild. So it's known as Mahabandha, the royal lock. We've got chin, we've got belly, we've got pelvic floor. And how it's done is the legs either come to a diamond shape or a lotus shape, and the hands are pressing into the knees. So let's just do it normal way up. Put your hands on your knees, lock your chin. Push down firm to the knees, neck, chin is bowed. And then lift the eyes up and then we fold in. So let's just do it from our bums. So either it's a lotus or it's a cross-legged, wrap your hands. And then release. And either give the legs a shake out in front, you could vinyasa, but I'm going to demo this for you in case you're a visual learner. So I have a short neck. So for me to learn this pose was a funny little finicky balance point. So for you, your necks might be longer, but be conscious of the positioning and make sure it's really firm and steady. So we've done shoulder stand, we've done plow, we've done Karna Pindasana. Then Erin says, take your legs into a diamond. So watch this. I wiggle my shoulders farther back, bring the bottoms of my feet together. So this is stage 1. My hands are very firm. Some of you might work a lotus. Again, your shoulders are pretty deep. Hands pressing up into the knees. So if the elbows are bent, you won't be that steady. And then you'll fold in, you'll wrap it, and then one more piece about fish. So if you have a lotus, you're gonna keep it. You catch the lotus toes, elbows down, chest up. Elbows down, chest up. If you don't have a lotus, the legs will extend out in front, the hands will be down. And then B, the legs lift, the palms touch, and the arms are straight, the legs are straight and pointed. To get out, to the elbows and down. Let's see what happens. Roll down on your backs. And you could opt out of this because if your neck is not well, if it's not in a good state, this could really aggravate it. So reach the toes up into the sky and catch your upper back. Drape your shoulders under your back to cradle and support. Yeah, beautiful. Reach your legs to the sky, and right now a quick little check-in with your neck, okay? So how is my neck? If you have a ponytail, you're going to want to move that out of the way. And then super super gently reach those toes overhead, point the toes. Now the grip changes. Yeah, nice, Linda. So now you're going to intertwine your fingers like Prasarita C arms. Yeah, and you can wiggle to side to get those shoulders a little more deep under the back. Karna Pidasana. Bend your knees and block out the sounds of my voice. Quick little check-in with your neck, okay? Like, how is my neck? Is this safe, or is this wear and tear going to cause neck dysfunction later? Beautiful. Come all the way up. The legs might be in a diamond shape. Some of you might feel comfortable taking them into a Padmasana shape. Now, if you're comfortable, press the back of the head. Bring your hands to support your low back, and then maybe reach up to catch your knees. Beautiful, Teal. Effort through the knees, effort through the arms. Beautiful, Kate. Straighten those arms. Straighten those arms. Yes. That is so pretty. Nice, Jordan. And then tuck your knees in towards your belly. Tiny little package. Wrap it up. Bent knees, lotus legs. Four. 3. 2. 1. Come all the way down, fish, pop up onto the elbows. Crack open the heart, elbows down, heart up, elbows down, heart up, elbows down, heart up. Imagine I had you under your ribs, heart up. 3, 2, 1. Untangle, legs up, arms up, palms touch, head down, head down, head down. So just like it was, untangle. Beautiful. Pull your shoulders deep into the sockets. Look good. Palms firm. 3. Yes. Kate looks stunning. 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Hands untangle. Beautiful, Linda. Untangle. And rock up to a seat. So Shirshasana headstand, I know that you know this, but I just want to talk about it for a moment and take it or leave it. So getting into it and out of it are equally as important. And at first we're kind of desperate for it. So we're like kicking up because we want it so bad. If you know that you can get up and land it, I would say start to work with the entry as a double-legged press. So you might like to take a couple blocks, pillows under your feet. The really important thing is the elbows need to be really close together. So I see people do this thing where they do this check-in, like how far apart are they? I'd say tighter than you think, and the muscle, the flesh of the forearms rolls in. So I actually manipulate the flesh of my forearms to roll in, anchor through my pinky fingers, and find a spot for my head. So I'm pushing my head down into the floor so my neck isn't getting cranked. You could have bent knees or straight legs here, and then you just want to float up. So here you are, you stay usually 10, 15 breaths, and then for the pike, really how it's done, if you look at my bum is going way far behind my head, so that I can find that sweet spot. And then I can come all the way back through neutral. And then I can come all the way down, double-legged. Let's see what happens. Headstand, or if your neck is funky, don't bother, do a recline twist. If you need a wall, use a wall. Keep your elbows super tight together, like tighter than they've ever been. And then as you go up, beautiful, Casey. Yeah, like you had, oh, nice, Linda. Like you had all the time in the freaking world. You were just luxuriating on how slow. Yeah, Amy.
Yes, Amy, lead with your bum, lead with your bum. You got it, go. Go, 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 go. You got it. Bum, 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 bum. Bend the knees if you need. Yeah, and you just keep working that, right? I remember Lex made a really good point. She said, when I was learning to press, like at first nothing would happen, but the circuitry of my mind started to understand it. So if you're never practicing something, you're never gonna learn it. But if you start to practice these things, slowly the neural pathways start to open up and it becomes possible. For those of you in headstand, you might take a pike, sliding your bottom back, really nice and steady, luxuriate. Oh, Linda, yeah. Casey, perfect. And then all the way up. And all the way down. Sit back. Child's pose. So like our little understanding of the rats learning while they sleep. Trust that everything that you needed to learn in this practice, it's in there. It's in there. You got it. And then slide forward onto your belly and roll over onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Get comfortable. You may like to put something underneath your heart. You might like a blanket over your body. Take a big inhale. Let it go. This is a good day. This is a new day. This is a chance to press the reset. Take yourself very seriously, but not seriously at all. Every soul is charged with a mission to realize this divine potential. Life is a perpetual therapeutic irritation. It provides us this force that drives us toward the completion of a mission. When we deny a painful experience, it goes underground as a pending debt or unfinished karma. When you block pain, you may feel temporary relief, but your karmic account is now closed. The collection agency will present the lesson again and again in many forms. Every event that is not faced fully comes back as irritation, emotion, resistance, or denial. Habitual ways of reacting and reliving the same event perpetually and unconsciously. All lessons will be repeated until they are learned. This is how we become what we are intended to become. Take a deep inhale. One more. Bring movement to your fingers, bring movement to your toes. And stretch your arms long overhead. Tuck your knees toward your belly to roll to the right. And meet me in a seat.